This video is about she was his heart, but she was destined to die. If this story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. The moon hung high in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the dense pine forest surrounding the packed territory of Briarwood. It was a night where the air was thick with anticipation, and the scent of impending change lingered. At the heart of this ancient forest stood a majestic oak, its gnarled branches whispering secrets that only the wolves could understand. As the pack gathered for the autumn moonrise ceremony, the sound of rustling leaves was accompanied by low growls and soft howls. The alpha, Rowan, stood at the forefront, his presence commanding and powerful. His dark fur glistened under the moonlight, and his amber eyes held a fierce determination. But tonight, a tight knot of dread twisted in his gut. "Tonight, we honor our ancestors," Rowan called, his voice reverberating through the clearing. "We seek the guidance and strength as we stand together as one pack." The wolves howled in unison, their voices blending into a chilling harmony that resonated with the forest. Yet, as the moonlight bathed them, Rowan's gaze drifted to the edge of the gathering, where a figure stood just outside the circle. Alara. Alara was young, a lithe omega with flowing silver hair that seemed to shimmer like starlight. Her eyes, azure and deep like the ocean, glistened with vulnerability and strength. A gentle breeze teased the strands of her hair, framing her delicate face. But it was the scent of her heady combination of wildflowers and warmth that tugged at Rowan's soul. "Rowan," she whispered, stepping hesitantly closer as the pack-ass house faded. "What if they don't listen? What if they don't protect us?" Her voice trembled, filled with a mix of fear and hope. He stepped closer, his heart aching at her uncertainty. "They will listen. We are stronger together." His gaze locked with hers, and in that moment, the world around them faded away. But the bond between them felt forbidden, heavy with unspoken truce. Rowan was the alpha, a leader bound by duty and tradition, while Alara, an omega, was considered the fragile heart of the pack. Alphas and omegas rarely crossed the invisible line that separated their worlds. "Rowan," she said softly, a hint of desperation in her voice. "What if you lose me? What if I—" "Don't say it, Alara," he interrupted, his tone sharper than he intended. "You are not destined for death. Fate has a way of bending, but we can shape our own destinies." Her eyes shimmered with unshed tears, and for a heartbeat, Rowan felt the weight of the prophecy that loomed over them. Alara was spoken of in hushed whispers, a heart destined to perish unless the stars aligned in her favor. The skies darkened as an ominous chill swept through the forest. The elders had warned him of the coming storm, and they were right to fear it. Dark forces were stirring, seeking to dismantle everything he held dear. As the ceremony concluded, Rowan knew that he must take action. He turned to Alara, determination flashing in his eyes. "Meet me at the old oak at midnight. I need to speak with you about us." Her lips parted in surprise, and for a moment hope flickered in her gaze. "Us," she repeated, a breathless wonder dancing on her tongue. Rowan nodded, his heart racing. "There is something you need to know." Midnight arrived, blanketing the forest in an ethereal stillness. The only sound was the soft rustle of leaves. Rowan paced beneath the old oak, his thoughts racing as he fought against the instinct to protect Alara by keeping her at arm's length. When she appeared, her silvery hair glimmered like moonlight cascading through the trees. Rowan felt an ache in his chest as she approached, her expression a mix of worry and longing. "Rowan," she breathed, her voice barely above a whisper. He wanted to talk. He stepped closer, desperation tightening his grip on reality. "There are dark forces gathering. I fear for our pack and for you, but—" He hesitated, the weight of his words heavy in the air. "I want you to be safe, Alara." "Safe or away from you?" she questioned, her eyes narrowing, a flicker of defiance igniting within her. "Don't say that," he replied sharply, the pain in his chest twisting painfully. "You know I would never want to hurt you, but this is bigger than us." "Is it, or is that just an excuse?" She took a step back, her expression caught between pain and betrayal. "You read the alpha, you have responsibilities." "I have responsibilities because I care," he insisted, his voice rising with emotion. "I care about you more than I can say, but if fate has deemed you to die—" "Stop," she interrupted, tears shimmering in her eyes. "Fate doesn't control us, we can fight against it. I refuse to be a pawn in a prophecy." Her conviction struck him like a blade. The very thought of losing her gnawed at his heart. "Alara, you don't understand what is at stake." "Then help me understand." "Rowan, don't push me away." She stepped closer, her voice trembling. "You read my heart, but I am scared. I am scared that I'll lose you, or worse, lose myself." The weight of her confession settled between them, heavy and fraught with longing. He reached for her, cupping her cheek. You are not a loss, Alara, you are my strength. In that moment, the world around them faded, and all that existed was the two of them. He leaned in, capturing her lips with his, pouring every ounce of his longing, his fear, and his love into that kiss. It felt like a wildfire igniting, consuming them with its intensity. When they broke apart, their breaths mingled in the night air. Alara's eyes sparkled with unshed tears, and Rowan felt the pull of destiny tightening around them. "Promise me, Rowan," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Promise me that we will find a way past this curse together." "I promise, Lara," he vowed, his heart racing. "Whatever it takes." But deep down, a chilling sense of foreboding took root. The prophecy danced in his mind, a constant reminder of the shackles that bound them. As the moon's glow dimmed, Rowan knew that danger loomed closer than they could ever imagine. And in the shadows, unseen and silent, betrayal brewed a force that would test their love and loyalty, challenging the very fabric of their destinies. As the night deepened, Rowan and Alara stood beneath the ancient oak, the weight of fate pressing down upon them. And when dawn broke, they would face the storm that threatened to rip them apart, forever changing the course of their lives. With their hearts entwined, they felt the first tremors of impending chaos. But love, despite the darkness, forged an unbreakable bond, one that destiny could bend but never truly break. In the stillness of the woods, they clung to hope, their souls intertwined as they prepared to confront the trials that awaited them, shadows lurking just beyond the light. The dawn broke with an eerie stillness, the forest cloaked in a silver mist that hung low, seemingly reluctant to let go of the night. Rowan stood at the edge of the packed territory, his heart a maelstrom of fear and hope. The dawn Nestle had never felt so chilling. "Alara," he whispered, the name a silent prayer on his lips. He had watched her sleeping form just moments before, the way her silver hair sprawled across the forest floor like a halo. But the soft peace of her slumber couldn't mask the dark weight of destiny pressing down upon them. As he turned back toward the heart of the clearing, the scent of pine and damp earth filled his senses. But it was the tang of betrayal that lingered, an unwelcome spectre that gnawed at his instincts. The pack had been restless, and whispers of discontent had stirred among them. There were those who believed Lara's fate was a curse upon them all. "Rot!" A voice broke through his troubled thoughts. It was Silas, his beta and childhood friend. His expression was grave, a cloud of worry shadowing his usual playful demeanor. "We need to talk." "About what?" "The pack." Rowan's voice was sharp, his instincts on edge. "Because I don't have the patience for Descend right now." "No, it is not just the pack," Silas said, stepping closer, lowering his voice. "There are rumors, dark whispers about Alara. Some think she attracts misfortune. They believe if she remains with us." Rowan's heart sank, rage and protectiveness flaring within him. "They dare to speak her name like that?" "Rowan, listen, the elders are becoming uneasy. They are talking about needing to make a choice sacrifice for the greater good." Silas met his gaze, urgency flashing in his eyes. "We can't let them touch her. The only sacrifice that ought to be made is for anyone who dares to harm her," Rowan seethed. "She is not a pawn in their game." Silas sighed, running a hand through his dark fur. "I agree, but we need a plan. If they think she is a threat, they may force a decision we are not ready for. Then we don't give them the chance. We will confront them. I will remind everyone of the bond we share," Rowan stated, his voice steady but laced with uncertainty. The two wolves stood together as the sun rose higher, casting an orange glow over the forest. But in the depths of Rowan's heart, he knew that the conflict would only deepen. "Roth!" A voice called out, breaking their moment. It was Alara, her silvery hair catching the morning light, her delicate features framed by the vibrant colors of dawn. The moment she approached, light radiated from her, stole his breath. "Stay back," he shouted instinctively moving to shield her, despite the love blooming in his heart. "It is not safe here." "Rowan, She faltered as she saw the tension in his posture, the fear in his eyes. "What is wrong?" "It's just pack business," he replied, forcing a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "You should stay in the woods until I sort this out." "Stay away? Is that how you plan to protect me?" she asked, a mix of hurt and defiance in her voice. "You are pushing me away." "I am trying to keep you safe," he said, but the words felt hollow. The desperation in his voice betrayed him. "You don't understand what is at stake." "Then make me understand. I refuse to be hidden away like some fragile thing." Her blue eyes shimmered with unshed tears. "I want to fight alongside you, Rowan." Fury and tenderness clashed within him. "You have no idea what you are asking. You are not just an Omega. You are the heart of our pack. If you go into this fight, what happens if—" "Stop," she cried, her voice breaking. Don't you dare finish that sentence. I am not afraid of fate, and I am not afraid of you. His heart raced, torn between the primal urge to protect her and the yearning to embrace the fire igniting between them. Alara, please. What, do you think I allow crumble at the first sign of danger? I am more than what the elders want to make me, she shouted, her voice echoing in the clearing. I love you, Rowan, and I will fight for us. I love you too. The admission slipped from his lips, raw and real. But that is why I can let you. Then let me fight for you, she pleaded, stepping closer, her resolve sending shockwaves through him. Together, we can change our fates. A moment stretched between them, electric and fragile. He felt the magnetic pull of their bond, the deep-rooted connection binding their souls, but the shadows of doubt loomed heavy above them. Together, he repeated softly, the word bittersweet on his tongue. But what if that togetherness leads to darkness? Then we face it as one, she insisted. I will not back down, Rowan. I refuse to let fear dictate my life. He closed the distance between them, wrapping his arms around her waist and pulling her close. I can lose you, he murmured, burying his face in her hair. Not to fate or fear. I knew one she whispered, her breath warm against his neck. We are stronger than what they say. We can break this curse together. Just as their hearts began to beat in synchrony, a howl pierced the air, a chilling sound that silenced the forest. It was followed by another, more guttural, echoing through the trees. Rowan straightened, his instincts flaring. The pack is gathering. We need to go. But Silas shouted, urgency clawing at his voice. They're recalling a meeting. The elders have summoned everyone. Then we go, he said, steeling himself. We face this together. The clearing buzzed with energy as the pack assembled, murmurs of discontent hanging in the air like a storm cloud. Rowan moved to the center, Alara's hand gripping his tightly, anchoring him amidst the chaos around them. Elder Ashlyn stepped forward, her withered face holding wisdom but her eyes betraying the burden of doubt. Back of Briarwood, she declared, her voice resonant. We gather today to discuss the fate of our future. Fate? Rowan interjected, stepping forward, his body taut with anger. You mean the fate you wish to impose upon us? Alara is no threat. A chorus of murmurs erupted, voices filled with fear and skepticism. She is a harbinger of death, one wolf spat, eyes wild with panic. We cannot let her remain. Rowan's heart raced, his grip on Alara tightening. You dare speak her name like that? She is our heart, our hope, the bond we share is stronger than any prophecy. Silence enveloped the clearing, the weight of his words hanging in the air. Alara stepped forward, her voice steady yet filled with raw emotion. I am not a curse. I am a part of this pack. I will not be cast aside for something I cannot control. Elder Ashlyn shook her head, eyes filled with a mixture of admiration and fear. But you must understand, Alara, the old tales warn us of bloodshed when destinies clash. We cannot afford to lose what we hold dear. Rowan's heart thundered, desperation clawing at his insides. Then we'll change the tale. We will forge our own path. Foolishness, the voice shouted from the back, and Rowan spun to see one of the elders, his expression twisted with fury. You would risk it all for a prophecy? You place us in danger? Nah. Alara's voice rang out, cutting through the clamor. You place us in danger by clinging to a fate that isn't set. Together, we can alter our destinies. The pack fell silent, the air thick with tension. For a heartbeat, time stood still. Rowan's eyes searched the faces of his pack, desperately trying to gauge their thoughts. In that moment, something shifted. A deep growl rippled through the air, a collective realization dawning upon them. It wasn't just about Alara or even about the pack's traditions. It was about love, belonging, and fighting for what was right. Rowan raised his voice, passion igniting his words. Love is stronger than fate. It binds us, gives us strength. We will stand by Alara, not as a pawn, but as our equal, our heart. We are not defined by prophecies, but by our choices. One by one, the pack members began to nod, some stepping forward to stand alongside him. Alara squeezed Rowan's hand, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears of hope. Finally, Elder Ashlyn raised her hand for silence. If this is the path you choose, know that it will not be without cost. The darkness is coming, and it will test the bonds you hold dear. Rowan stepped forward, his heart resolute. Then let it come. We will face it together, united as Briarwood pack, and we will not falter. A murmur of agreement rippled through the pack. Some voiced their support, while others remained skeptical, their expressions clouded by doubt. Alara's heart raced, pride swelling within her. The weight of the decision pressed down on her, yet the warmth of Rowan's hand reassured her. They would face whatever came together. Elder Ashlyn regarded them with a mixture of caution and respect. Then prepare yourselves. Darkness is a hungry beast, and it will take any form to split your bond. Be vigilant and trust in each other. With that, the meeting concluded, but the tension lingered in the air like a storm about to break. As the pack began to disperse, Rowan turned to Alara, his amber eyes filled with fierce determination. We need to train. We must be ready for whatever is coming. Agreed, she said, her heart pounding at the thought of facing the unknown. But we can't forget about those who doubt us. We must show them that we are not afraid. Rowan nodded, a small smile playing at the corners of his mouth. Together we can turn fear into strength. We'll make them see. As days turned into weeks, Rowan and Alara trained tirelessly under the watchful gaze of their pack. The ancient oak became the sanctuary, a place where they could hone their skills and deepen their bond. They ran through the woods, their laughter echoing amid the trees, but the shadows of doubt still lingered. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the forest, Alara caught Rowan's gaze. Do you think they'll ever fully accept me? Rowan paused, his heart aching at her vulnerability. They will, Alara. It may take time, but they will see your strength. You re not just an Omega, you re the heart of this pack. Your heart, she corrected playfully, stepping closer, her fingers brushing against his. But what if they turn on us? What if we lose everything? Then we fight for everything, he declared, pulling her into his arms, their foreheads touching. Together, we re stronger than any fear or doubt. I'll fight for you, for us. She smiled, warmth flooding her heart. And I'll fight for you, Rowan. I refuse to let fate decide our story. As the moon waxed full again, the night of the winter solstice approached, a time of ancient rituals and prophecies. The pack gathered once more, this time under a more ominous sky. An unsettling chill wrapped around them like a shroud, and the air vibrated with unspoken fears. Elder Ashlyn stepped forward, her voice somber. Tonight, we honor the spirits, but we must also prepare for the darkness that threatens us. The alignment of the stars foretells a reckoning. Rowan felt a knot twist in his stomach, the uncertainty piercing through him. What must we do? He asked, his voice steady yet urgent. The choice is yours, Ashlyn replied. You may seek the wisdom of the moon or challenge the shadows that dwell in the depths, but know that every choice comes with a cost. Alara glanced at Rowan, her heart racing. What does that mean for us? It means we might have to confront the darkness head on, he said, determination lacing his words. We'll protect our pack and each other, no matter the cost. As the night descended, the pack gathered around the fire, their faces illuminated by flickering flames. Rowan and Alara stood at the forefront, their hands clasped, hearts entwined. The energy in the air crackled with tension and anticipation. Rowan spoke, his voice strong and clear. Tonight, we stand united. No more fear, no more doubt. Alara is not just one of us, she is our heart, and we will fight for her. A powerful howl erupted from the pack, a declaration of loyalty that echoed into the night. Alara felt tears prick her eyes as she looked at the faces around her, their expressions filled with a newfound determination. They were fighting for her, for them. But as the night deepened, dark clouds rolled in, obscuring the moonlight. A cold wind swept through the clearing, carrying with it the scent of something ominous. Rowan's instincts fled, and he turned to Alara, concern etched on his face. Stay close to me. Before she could respond, a chilling howl echoed through the trees, a sound unlike any they had heard before. It was a call that sent shivers down their spines, a warning that the shadows were near. Then, from the darkness, figures emerged, twisted and warped, their eyes glowing with malice. Rowan's heart raced as he recognized them as the remnants of a long-forgotten pack, cursed and vengeful. They had returned, intent on claiming what they believed was rightfully theirs. Protect the pack, he shouted, adrenaline surging through him. Alara, stay back. No, she cried, defiance igniting within her. I am not hiding. But before she could take a step forward, a shadow lunged at her. Rowan moved instinctively, intercepting the attack with a fierce growl, the force of his body colliding with the intruder. The battle erupted around them, chaos swirling in the night. Alara fought alongside her pack, her heart pounding, each movement fueled by the bond she shared with Rowan. She could feel the energy of their love coursing through her, guiding her every action. Rowan, she shouted, searching for him through the fray. She spotted him, engaged in a fierce struggle with one of the dark figures. The sight of him ignited a fire within her, and she charged forward, ready to defend her mate. Just as she reached him, the dark figure turned, its eyes locked onto her. You think you can change your fate, little Omega, it sneered, advancing toward her with a predatory glint. You are marked for death. Death? Rowan roared, shoving the opponent aside to shield Alara. You will not take her. A fierce battle ensued, each wolf fighting for their lives, their love, and their future. Alara felt the power of their bond surge as she and Rowan fought back to back, a movement synchronized with an unbreakable rhythm. But the tide began to turn, the cursed wolves advancing, their numbers overwhelming. Just as despair threatened to seep into her heart, Alara remembered Elder Ashton's words that they were stronger together. "Rowan," she called, her voice firm. "We can alter the prophecy." "Together," he echoed, determination blazing in his eyes. They intertwined their energy, a strength cascading outward, a radiant force that pushed against the encroaching darkness. With one powerful howl, they unleashed their combined will, the very essence of their love and bond erupting forth. It was a wave of light that struck the dark figures, pushing them back, their faces contorted with rage and confusion. The pack rallied behind them, joining their strength with the power of love and loyalty. The once ominous shadows shrank back, the echoes of their howls fading into the night. As the last remnants of the darkness retreated, the clearing fell silent, the air heavy with disbelief. Rowan and Alara stood together, breathless, their bodies trembling from the intensity of the battle. Around them, the pack began to murmur, their eyes wide with astonishment. We did it," Alara breathed, her voice catching in her throat. Rowan turned to her, his heart swelling with pride and love. "No, Alara, we did it together." He cupped her face, his thumb tracing her cheek. "You are the heart of this pack. You have proven that tonight." As they embraced, the pack gathered around them, their bonds solidified through the trials they had faced. The whispers of doubt had faded, replaced by a fierce loyalty that would stand against any challenge. But even as they celebrated their victory, a shadow lingered in the depths of Rowan's mind. He knew the darkness would not give up easily. Yet, as he looked into Alara's eyes, he felt hope blossom. Together, they would face whatever lay ahead of the bond they shared was a force that could alter even the most woven destinies. As the dawn broke, illuminating the clearing once more with the promise of a new day, Rowan and Alara stood hand in hand, ready to face the challenges that awaited them. No longer bound by fear or doubt, they would carve their own path, guided by the love that echoed through the ages. And in that moment, beneath the radiant glow of the rising sun, they knew that together they were unstoppable. Together they would rewrite their fate, one woven with hope, love, and an unbreakable bond that would guide them through the darkest of nights. The dawn had barely broken when the first rays of sunlight pierced through the trees of Briarwood, igniting the forest in a warm golden hue. Alara and Rowan stood together at the edge of the clearing, the aftermath of the battle still fresh in their minds. The air was thick with a tension they couldn't shake, yet the triumph of their unity lingered, an ember glowing in the aftermath of chaos. "I can believe we did that," Alara said, her voice barely above a whisper, reflecting the disbelief that mirrored Rowan's heart. "We fought against them, against fate." Rowan turned to her, his amber eyes shining with pride. "You are extraordinary, Alara. I've never seen such strength. You stood against the darkness as if it were nothing." "But what if the darkness returns?" she questioned, a shadow crossing her face. "What if they come back with more strength?" The fear in her voice twisted in Rowan's chest like a knife. "We won't let that happen. We re stronger together. We all'll prepare, and we all'll be ready." He reached for her hand, intertwining their fingers as he leaned closer. "But we need to stay vigilant. The pack is still on edge." As they walked back to the heart of their territory, Alara couldn't shake the feeling lingering in her gut. The whispers of dissent had quieted for now, but she could sense that the storm hadn't fully passed. "Rowan," she began, her voice a mixture of determination and trepidation. "What if there are still those in the pack who doubt me, who would turn against us?" Rowan paused, his heart aching at the thought. "I will not let anyone harm you, Alara. You have proven yourself as one of us, but we must earn their trust, and that will take time." "Time," she echoed, a bitter taste in her mouth. "But how much time do we truly have? The darkness won't wait for us to prove ourselves." He turned to face her, his expression earnest. "We'll face the darkness as it comes, and if anyone dares to threaten you again, they'll have to go through me first." A warmth surged within her, igniting the embers of hope. But just as quickly it dimmed, worry creeping back in. "And what if I fail you? What if I can't protect you or the pack?" "Then we'll all face that together. You are not just an Omega, you are my mate, the heart of this pack. You belong here, and I won't allow anyone to take that from you." As the two made their way deeper into the forest, the atmosphere shifted. Rowan could feel the weight of eyes upon them, the unspoken tension spiraling around them, palpable like an electric charge. "Rowan," Silas's voice called out, cutting through the silence. He emerged from the shadows, his expression drawn and serious. "We need to talk." "Alara," Rowan said, glancing at her for focusing on his beta. What is it? We have reports of a gathering near the north border, Silas replied, his brow furrowed with concern. A pack from the east, they were rumored to be looking for alliances against us. They might have heard about the darkness you repelled. Rowan felt the growl rumble within him, protective instincts surging. We will defend our territory, but why would they come here? We have no quarrel with them. It seems our unity has attracted attention, Silas explained, his gaze shifting between them. And there are those within the pack who believe that Alara's presence is a vulnerability. They would rather stand against her than accept her. Rowan's eyes darkened with rage. If they think they can use her against us, they're mistaken. Alara stepped forward, her voice steady. I want to be a pawn in anyone's game, but I refuse to be seen as a weakness. Your strength is undeniable, Alara, Silas affirmed, a hint of admiration in his tone. But there are wolves in this pack who see the old ways as sacred. They want to easily accept change. Rowan took a deep breath, the weight of leadership heavy on his shoulders. Then we will show them that unity is our strength. Alara belongs here, and I will fight for that. We will need to hold a meeting soon, Silas said, glancing over his shoulder. The pack must know we stand together, that we will not back down. Alara's heart raced at the thought. And if they reject me again? Rowan stepped closer, his gaze unwavering. Then I will reject them. You are my mate, and I will not abandon you. As they prepared for the upcoming meeting, uncertainty loomed over them, mingling with the promise of hope. The three of them worked tirelessly, gathering the pack and fortifying their defenses. Rowan and Alara trained side by side, their movements in sync, their breaths mingling in shared resolve. But as the gathering drew near, the shadow of betrayal began to creep into their hearts. The whispers of dissent grew louder, and a rift emerged within the pack. On the night of the meeting, the air was thick with tension as wolves assembled in the clearing, their expressions filled with doubt and fear. Rowan stood at the forefront, his heart hammering in his chest as he scanned the sea of faces. Back of Briarwood, he began, his voice strong yet leaden with the weight of uncertainty. We stand here united, but I sense a storm brewing among us. The darkness we faced was not just an external threat, it has seeped into our own hearts. Murmurs of interest rippled through the gathering, accompanied by skeptical glances. Alara stood beside Rowan, her heart pounding as she felt the weight of their gazes upon her. Some of you have doubts about Alara, Rowan continued, his amber eyes fierce and steady. But she is not a weakness, she is our heart, our strength, and together we will prevail. A voice rang out from the rear of the gathering, filled with disdain. But what if she brings more darkness upon us? She is marked by fate. Rowan's eyes narrowed, a growl escaping his throat. Fate can be rewritten. We will not be chained by old prophecies of fear. Alara has proven herself time and time again. Alara felt the heat of anger rise within her, but she fought to keep her voice steady. I refuse to be seen as a curse. I will fight for this pack alongside you, and I will prove that I belong here. Prove it, another voice chimed in, this time filled with malice. You read nothing but an omega. You'll never be one of us. Rage surged within Alara. I am more than just my title, I am your equal, and I will not be cast aside. The murmur swelled into a frenzy, and the tension escalated, threatening to erupt into chaos. Rowan stepped forward, his presence commanding silence. Enough, this infighting is exactly what the darkness seeks. We need to stand together, not turn on one another. But even as he spoke, doubts lingered in the air. Alara could feel the eyes of the pack shifting, their trust wavering like a flame in the wind. And then, a betrayal cut through the assembly like a blade. A wolf stepped forward, a familiar figure with a twisted expression. You think you can change fate, Rowan? You fool, the elders warned us. Alara is a curse, and you are blind to it. Rowan's voice roared with fury. You dare speak her name in such a way? But the wolf continued, emboldened by Rowan's anger. Let us test her loyalty, send her away, and show us if she is willing to sacrifice herself for the pack. Alara's heart plummeted as the pack murmured, uncertainty rippling through them. You would turn against me to prove a point. I will not abandon you. I will fight for you. Then let us see if your love is worth the sacrifice, he taunted, a sinister grin spreading across his face. Rowan stepped closer, his body rigid, his eyes narrowed into slits of fury. I will not allow this. Alara is my mate, and she belongs here with us. But if she truly cares for you, the wolf mocked, she will accept the challenge. A true pack member would sacrifice themselves for the greater good. The challenge hung in the air like a dark cloud, casting shadows over the gathering. Alara's heart raced as the wolves began to murmur, torn between loyalty to Rowan and the fear of their own fates. Is this what you want? Alara shouted, her voice breaking, desperation spilling forth. To turn on one another and let fear dictate our lives. I refuse to be a pawn in this game. Then prove it, the wolf sneered, his eyes glinting with malice. You want to change your fate? Shows you willing to face it. Rowan's grip on Alara tightened, his heart aching for the torment she must be feeling. No, I will not allow this. But Alara took aim.